What's up, guys? It's HaleStorm with another quick guide on unique monsters. This time, it's the Fineblade Faltaar and the Diabolical Rindolph. Just a heads up, this quick video isn't necessarily the best way, let alone the only way to defeat these two unique ones, but hopefully if either of these have given you any trouble, you'll find this video helpful. Let's get into it. First things first, you'll notice that right off the bat I set Fusion first in order to quickly build interlink levels, which will greatly set us up for the long term. Now let's talk about my class setup. For offense, I've got Tyon as Yumsmith, Uni as a Stalker. For defense, I've got Noah as Lone Exile and Lanz as the Guardian Commander. For the heals, I've got Senna as a War Medic and Mio as the Thaumaturge. And then as a hero, I've selected Gray. I'm not sure the reason for that, but it's probably because I just recently unlocked him and wanted to get some more experience with him during my playthrough. The key thing that I can really say about this fight is to make sure that you're watching your positioning. So if you're playing as a defender like I am controlling Noah right now, make sure that you're staying pretty close to your teammates to give them those buffs that you have available. At this point, I'm actually just playing patiently, waiting for my arts on both sides to become available so I can do a fusion art combo and build up my interlink level as much as I can. Just staying alive, staying close to my healers, and making sure that we can build up our chain attack gauge as fast as we can as well. Also, one thing that I want to mention is to make sure that you are attack canceling your arts, which means wait for your auto attack to happen, and then just after you connect your hit, perform your art, so that way it shortens the art animation for faster combos, and after unlocking Juniper and learning the art of flow, it can help increase your chain gauge faster. Now at this point I did just get my chain attack, but I'm actually going to continue fighting just a little bit longer to try and get as close to that enrage mark that I can, which is the little flame symbol on the enemy's health. With this you should actually be able to get the enemy's health down to about a fourth by the end of the chain attack. Now I like to choose Senna right off the bat if she's available for her completion bonus, which makes attacks about 80% unblockable for the duration of the chain attack. And then I start off here with Tyon to get me that extra 125% TP with the attacker being first. And then I decide to go with Senna because she is the lower TP of the healers. That will get me right where I need to be at the 99%. And then I end it here with Gray, our hero, which, just as a reminder, his ability is to multiply damage ratio by 1.5 times when you complete an order with him. And you'll see here that, unfortunately, I'm just short of that Bravo, which stinks, but you know, you can definitely pull it off, depending on which attacks you select. And to add salt to the wound, I only reactivated Senna, which if I had gotten that Bravo, I would have gotten a second character, but that's okay. I decided to go with Mio here. Just going to start with our attacker, of course, to get that extra TP again, and then do a healer again for the second option. I decided to go with Mio. And then I believe the reason that I chose Lanz here instead of Noah was to actually get the topple bonus, even though I'm only going to be reactivating one person, which will allow me to use Noah on the next one when I need a little bit more TP. And you can see here that we ended up reactivating Tyon, which is pretty good setup. I believe what I'm deciding here is whether I want to use Noah. I believe I decided to go with Noah because I already did Senna and Mio. Noah's the only option for me to have my Ouroboros order on the next order. Now, of course, you have to think carefully about using your attacker in the beginning here. If I were to do that, it would probably go over 100. So I decided to start with Noah and then use Senna to bring me up as close to 99 as I can, and then end it with my strongest TP, which is Tyon. And of course, after initiating the Ouroboros order, everybody gets reactivated, and the goal here is to use Tyon last because he's our strongest. So I start with Gray again, and then we go to, I believe, the healers. So starting with Senna and then Mio, and then going to end it with Tyon to bring us up to and above 200% for that amazing bonus. After the chain attack, of course, you want to take advantage of the awesome combos like a smash combo or burst in this case like I just did. And as I said earlier, this should hopefully get the enemy's health down to about a fourth. So that way all you have to do is survive the rest of the fight using the interlink at level 3. And that'll take out the rest of the enemy's health. And that's pretty much all there is to it, to the Fineblade Faltaar. The fight with the Diabolical Rindolph is quite tricky. He definitely lives up to his name as the diabolical beast that he is. As you can see here right off the bat, I get the break toppled launch, which is pretty hard to do considering he's off the cliff, so you do have to be fast with that. Just make sure you set up your art so that you do have that available. Another thing to mention is that he is very AoE attack oriented, which means area of effect. A lot of his attacks are going to damage your entire team, and so you have to think about your placement pretty carefully. He also has a tendency to knock you off the cliff. He puts your characters in this status with the 3 bubbles that you can see in the red next to each of my characters there. That right there is a toxin debuff. So we're each taking a little bit of damage over time. Let's talk about the class setup that I have this time. I believe what I have for offense is Uni as Yumsmith, Lands as the Flash Fencer. For defense, I have Noah as the Guardian Commander, Tyon as Lone Exile. For heals, I have both Senna and Mio set to War Medic. And the hero, I actually decided to go with Ashira this time because her bonus in the chain attacks is really effective when you have characters with lower TP, since she basically guarantees the amazing status at the end of an order. And that's pretty much all there is, guys. I don't have a whole lot more to say. Everything else that I do is basically the same strategy that I did to the Fineblade Faltaar. I definitely do have some room for improvement, especially when it comes to setting up the correct characters with different classes and comboing them for the best TP combos in a chain attack. But hopefully you guys have found this video helpful. If you have, don't forget to strike that like button. And if you'd like to see more content like this, please click subscribe, and that lets me know that you guys are appreciating what I'm doing here. And I'm just going to let the video roll, so thanks again for sticking around for this video, and enjoy the rest of the gameplay. See ya, nerds.